Normally, we think of difference as the variation between two things. A woman is different from a man. This car is different from that car. Difference is always understood in relation to identity. We compare things to see how they differ. Deleuze completely flips this. He argues that difference comes first, identity is just a temporary effect that emerges from deeper processes of difference. Beneath every stable category, man, woman, white, black, able, disabled, there is a swarm of free, wild, or untamed differences. This matters for feminist theory because feminism has often been built on identity politics. The category woman has been the foundation for claiming rights, fighting oppression, and building solidarity. But if Deleuze is right, woman is not a stable foundation, it is a temporary sediment that could always dissolve or become something else. Third wave feminists already worried about this. If gender and sexuality are social constructions, can we really ground politics in woman? Butler suggests we should release the term into a future of multiple significations rather than clinging to a fixed meaning. Deleuze arrives at his concept of pure difference by criticizing other philosophers. Aristotle understood difference through categories and classification. He is too static. Hegel understood difference through contradiction and negation. What something is not determines what it is. Leibniz saw infinitely small differences that never quite resolve. Deleuze says all of them still trap difference within identity. His alternative draws on Nietzsche's eternal return. The eternal return is not the same thing coming back over and over. It is difference returning as difference. The dice throw that always produces a new combination. Being is set in a single voice, but that voice says difference. Unlike the possible real distinction, where the possible just waits to become real, the virtual is fully real but not yet realized. It contains all the potential for novelty. The movement from virtual to actual is not one of resemblance but of creation. This is how new things genuinely come into being, not just as copies of what already existed. Women are also raised, classed, sexualized, and labeled or disabled in different ways. Crenshaw's concept of intersectionality helps us see how multiple forms of oppression overlap. But some Deleuzian feminists worry that intersectionality still works with fixed identity categories. Poor offers an alternative, the assemblage. Instead of adding up separate identities, race plus gender plus class, an assemblage sees how these forces converge, implode, and rearrange in unpredictable ways. Deleuzian feminism cannot be an identity politics. It must be a politics of difference itself, not asking for recognition of who we already are, but creating new ways of being that do not yet exist. The goal is not to include more people in existing categories. It is to make those categories tremble and crack open toward an unknown future.